Pool fans from around the world, welcome to the Horseshoe Casino, Southern Indiana, where every year hundreds of pool players and fans gather here to play straight pool, one pocket, banks, 9-ball, and this is one of the most anticipated events now all year long. It's the Diamond 10-ball, 10-foot Bigfoot Challenge played on this beautiful 5x10 table. 16 of the greatest players on the planet, and I know here at Horseshoe, are you guys ready to see some amazing pool? Make some noise. We got two members of Team USA, and it's single limit action. It's round one, and let's get to it. 5-time U.S. Open 9-ball champion, 2-time Bigfoot champion, sponsored by Q-Tech, USA, PL, Ultimate Team Gear from Sioux Falls, South Dakota, USA, the South Dakota Kid, Shane Van Boening. This next gentleman is Mosconi Cup MVP, 2-time 8 and 9-ball Super Billiards Expo champion, sponsored by Kings of Vapor, Mucci, and High Rock. From Chicago, Illinois, USA, the Hatchet Man, Dennis Hatch. Gonna hand things over to our tournament director, Mr. Steve McDonald.
All right, thank you, Derek. All right, gentlemen, lag for the opening break. All right, we're going to turn it over to the ACCUSTATS booth.
What an opening day it's been here at the Bigfoot Challenge, and things are still picking up speed. My name is Mark Wilson, and tonight we have special guest Billy Gibbs. Welcome aboard, Billy. Give us something to look for in this match.
Oh, man, I like Shane Van Boening, but Dennis Hatch is someone to be contended with. He could put up quite a fight. I was at Turning Stone a few years back, and Dennis shot a 965, so he's very capable. And Shane, you told me earlier, hasn't been playing, and this could be quite a match to watch.
Said he recently took a couple weeks off. He's come back refreshed. He's won this event, the Bigfoot Challenge, twice in the 5 years that they've had it. Hatch has won the leg. This is a race to 11, all ball fouls, no jump cues allowed. The 10 does not win on the break. Hatch is a big, powerful stroker. Did not overhit the rack there. Is the 2-ball going to find the pocket? It is. And he's blessed with a shot, Billy.
He sure does. A very good shot, and all the balls are open pretty much. So it should be a fairly good run out for him. The 1 leads pretty obviously to the 3, and then the 4 and 5 are, right in line with each other. See how he does.
Playing for the side pocket, needs to have the 7-ball not get in the way.
Yeah, he might get hooked. Might need, well, I don't think that he is hooked. I think he can see the ball. And he should be able to get easily onto the 4. Follow. And here's the same thing. Come over to the rail and back out, and he'll be on the 5.
Just needs to get past the center of the table here, so he has a thin cut on the 5.
And that's just what he's done. Come out to the center. 6 balls laying right there. So he's right in line with that.
Oh, soft speed.
I think Mr. Hatch is going to go out to a 1-0 lead. What do you think, Mark?
Yeah, there's still a lot of things. He's a little flat on the 6. I'm not saying he won't get out, but he's still got a lot of work to do, and I don't like to just give them away and then you look bad.
Well, I
you
think
make the player look bad too, and it's actually real tough.
2 rails here, and he's on the 7. And just pocket that ball and go straight on the 8, and it should come up 3 rails for the 9. Let's see if he plays that way.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to go down. I think he's going to just drag over just about where tip was at, and just preserve that angle and play the 9 in the corner.
Could do
After
that.
playing the 8. It's an economy of cue ball travel. Got a little thin on the 8. Now he may have to go 2 cushions here rather than try to kill it and hold it. He went across to check what the 2 cushion angle provides him in the corner.
Yeah, he's going to draw the ball and come back out. So that was a good call. Play in the corner.
Much like we were talking about, very fluid strokes on both of these players. They don't normally get to play on a 10-foot table. Great
Well, that
opening.
was very nicely, performed out. Dennis did real well there.
A great opening to the match to win the lag and break and run out. That shows class, shows you're ready to play. 1-0 Hatch.
You mentioned that Shane had taken a rest. Was that after his little bit of Chinese 8-ball? Is that one?
That's what he said, yeah. He said that was really the last pool that he played. Said it was a long trip. He was gone. The travel was hard, and he needed some time to recover.
Well, the guys in China were talking about that. Actually, I was with the head of the Chinese Pro Pool Players Association, and Shane had never played Chinese 8-ball before, I guess. And that's what they were talking about. And those guys are pretty familiar with that.
Man, Boening breaking from just right of center. 7 and 9 ball right behind the head ball. Neither one finds the side pocket.
Wow.
4 and 5 did, though. A lot of ball action from a very square hit. He did not overhit the rack.
Nice shape on the 1, too. Should lead very naturally to the 2. And the 2 leads very naturally to the 3. I don't see any real problems here. Just execution.
Six balls right next to the 3. That'll be next. And then the Robin's Egg Blue 7 is on the far end below the 9 ball.
That's the toughest shot on the table, 6 to the 7. And I'll bet he draws out now.
Yeah,
Got
he
a
didn't
little
really.
bit straight.
He wanted to use follow and come across 2 cushions. Now he is going to have to draw with a little bit of left and play the 7 ball in the opposite corner pocket from what
Yep.
he anticipated. How's his speed control here?
Pretty good, but not perfect. A little bit 60-yard line. I'll give it that.
May lightly graze the 9 ball, which makes it very treacherous to get the perfect angle on the 8. Looks like he's jacking up as if he wants to go heavy into the 9 to slow down the cue ball progress. Well executed. Cue ball's
Gonna
coming
play the 8 in the
across.
side.
Great
Yeah, that'll
result.
work.
Yeah, great result from where he had to shoot from.
Boy, he looks good, Mark. For not playing, it did him good the rest, I think,
Probably to him not playing, Billy is probably just playing 3 or 4 hours a day.
Yeah, there
Tell
you
you
go.
the truth. He followed around 2 cushions, got the long 10 in the far corner.
Like always, like an egg. Hit that ball great.
Yeah, a great way to respond to an opponent's break and run out is one with your own. So this match has started off 2 break and run outs, 1 apiece is our score.
It's always a joy to watch Shane play. I just love the way he hits the balls, the touch that he has. His speed control is, that wasn't, one shot wasn't perfect. He got a little bit 60-yard line, but he hit the next shot hard, came up with a 9 in the side. I mean, he's just phenomenal. 8 in the side, I should say. but I love to watch the guy play. I really do.
It was all set up by the patented Shane Van Boening break. He can tell you where to hit it. He can tell you how to hit it, but you can't hit it there because you haven't trained as much as he has. So he catches the sweet spot on that break quite often.
Well, another thing, Mark, a lot of people won't notice, but Shane has very big hands. So he makes a very big bridge when he, sets up the break. Maybe, no, not the 3. That's going to be a dry break.
Interesting play here. He could go to the bank, or he could try to play the 1 ball and then collide into the 8, but he's going to hit the 8 so heavy it'll be hard to work the cue ball close to the 2 ball if he plays the cut shot on the 1. Even with inside spin, it's hard to get it to come around this lane just a little too full.
A really tough layout.
Safety's an option from here as well. Is not forced to play offense. He's going to call the 1, so he is going to try to go around the table 3 cushions.
Well, the 2's not open to this upper pocket. Missed the 1. Oh boy. What do you like here for the 2, Mark?
Well, it looks like the 2 goes straight in the corner past the 10, in between the 10 and 5.
So you want to be on the upper right-hand side, is what you're saying?
I'd like to be straight in if you could, because then you can just draw back for the 3.
Got you.
He's not going to get there. He's going to have the wrong angle.
He's right on the 2.
He's confronted with a safety now. This table's been playing absolutely fantastic. Super quick, but very, very consistent. The yield from the rail response has been consistent. And the cloth speed, really good. And there's not been any roll-offs.
Is the cloth sliding a little bit, being brand new?
I'm sure it is. But it
Got you.
hasn't really affected the play. Adversely, anyway. Just going to feather it to the end rail. Get some length here.
I think he's left Shane a shot, maybe.
Yeah. If there was an area of the game that Dennis Hatch is suspect in, it's probably his safety play is not quite as stellar as some of the other top stars.
Well, the secret here is to get on the 3. Pocket that 2 and get on the 3.
Head still is a big part of this stroke. Yeah, head stayed still. He overcut it, however. Missed it on the pro side, though, Billy. That leaves it awful tough for your opponent if you overcut that ball.
And I think he's left him with a little bit of a hook. The 3 and the 9 are in between the 2. So a kick is what we're going to see here probably.
He trying to go rail first with spin? He was.
And he missed the ball.
Tough shot. And that shot, no matter how you go about it, has some negative expectation to it. Dennis thought that that was the best yield that he could get, despite the fact that you risk missing the entire ball. Can't fault him on that. Shane was a little bit fortunate to leave it that tough.
2 rails to the 3. Now just come back out, hit and stop practically, but maybe a foot. Come over a little bit and be right in on the 4. 4 to the 5, 6. Good layout now. It's so difficult for me. I really have problems with the 6 and 7. I confuse those balls a little bit, but the 6 is out on the table. I can see that now. And that will be the shot from the 5 to the 6. Wow.
Nice decision there. He was committed to that, powering up. Didn't want to risk trying to go with a light draw and possibly get hooked behind the 7.
I guess he's going 2 rails to the 6, right?
Yeah, around the 9, looks like.
Very nicely done. He's got a little problem here. You know, the 6 to the 7 He's got to go to the end rail and come back out and hopefully get straight. I don't know if he'll draw. Yep, draw.
He's in trouble.
Yeah, that's going to hit the 10 and stop.
It's a good thing he landed heavy on that 10 ball.
Yeah, that collision was fortunate, wasn't it? Without that 10 ball, he's behind the 8 for sure.
Now, this is a shot where it's easy to take your cue back too far and decelerate into it and then end up hitting the 7 ball real heavy in an effort to slow the cue ball down.
Good thought.
Well, that'd be a bad thought for Shane.
Well, no, but I'm saying good thought goes straight across the table, over and back, which he's done very nicely.
Boy, what a nice, pretty stroke that was. We talked about fluidity. There it was. That was the one that breaks your technique. He held it together nice. Stun it out to the center. Couldn't quite manufacture enough angle there, so he's going to have to settle for just a slightly longer 9 ball. Believe this will be 2 cushion position. Good shot there.
Nicely done there.
Going to get the bridge.
Yeah, that's quite a reach, isn't it?
Yeah, the 10-foot
Even for
table.
you.
Yeah, the 10-foot table definitely comes to bear here when you have to make shots of this nature. Good form with the bridge, elbows out to the right. And he scores that game, takes the lead 2-1.
Steve McDonald, quick with the rack. Steve's a good friend. He helped me out at the Open. My battery was going dead in my phone, and he ordered me another battery. I like Steve.
Yeah, he's good people. Does a lot with diamond pool tables.
He really does. He's kind of a hidden character, too. No attention, just does the work.
Okay, rack number 4 set to begin. Van Boening will be breaking and leading 2-1. Four and 9 right behind the 1. Cue ball got some hop on there. The 4 found the side pocket. Cue ball went forward. Shane won't be happy about that. The 2 and the 7 tied up.
I think the 3 is in between the Q and the 1. Little bit. And as you mentioned, the 2 and the 7 are a mess. Very difficult to deal with. Safety might be the way here. I don't even know what you do.
Pushing out. Looks like he's going to attempt Hatch to be aggressive. Oh, almost scratched. Hatch attempting him to shoot and power up, and no, he's going to pass it back to Shane.
Yeah, Dennis didn't even give him a bluff there. He just looked at it, saw the position of the cue ball, and gave it right back.
What if Shane way overcuts the 1 ball and kind of banks it towards the 2 and the 7 and lets the cue ball come back down into the clutter? That might be an option.
Well, I don't mind. And if you go 2 rails with the cue ball and you hit the 1 ball hard enough to break those 2 balls up, that might be a really good shot.
Yeah, I don't think you want to play it that aggressive, though, because it can get away from you. You're relying on executing something very perfect from out of the center of that pocket. Shane's just getting past the inning here.
Played the hook.
Boy, what a nice shot that was.
Tough to second guess him. Being the world's best, probably, in some respects. It might be woo, but, you know, Shane's certainly one of the top contenders anywhere he goes.
Dennis plays to overcut the 1 and get safe, try to use the clutter. I don't know if he's achieved that. Looks like he may have.
3's in between the 1 and the cue. Wow. Do you go 2 rails here and kick the back of the 1 and just try to end up with the cue ball there? Yep. That's what he did.
Solid contact. He's introduced the 5 in the way. There will not be direct access to the 1.
Not only that, what do you leave? You know, the 1, if you leave it, it probably isn't a problem because of the 2-7. I really don't see what you do about the 2-7. So any hit is a good hit. Rail first, good hit. Got the 10 in between it.
Yeah, very well played. Dennis now has the upper hand in the arrangement of the balls. Shane needs to kick to the lower half of the 1, try to bring the cue ball back behind the 10.
Well,
But he has to risk dislodging the 2 ball in so doing. He's mindful of that, considering a different option for that very reason.
I think he's looking at 2 rails on the 1. Again, a 2-rail hit.
No, 1 rail, just to the lower half of the 1.
Yeah.
This is the issue. You could dislodge that 2.
Wow. I think you're right. He was hoping to dislodge it a little bit. Just didn't get there. That was a good shot. Good hit. And kind of looking for the 8 to cover the 2, but I don't think it did.
Now, Dennis has a long, straight, tough get, but he has a shot. Pretty shot.
Yeah. Oh, behind the 8. Wow.
Pretty unfortunate after hitting a very pure shot. Dennis needs to kick this 3 in the side past the 9.
If he should kick this in, I think he will have a shot right away to follow this up on the 5. Very close.
Hit it about as well as you could.
Well, it makes a pretty routine for Shane. Three in the side, 5 in the corner. Man, he went for the side on the 5. Wow. Draw back is what he's going to do. No. Follow the ball.
No reason to get the cue ball real close to the 7. Just come across and get your angle. You can play speed on the next ball. Shane has now overcut that ball and missed it. Yeah, it's a little ring rust there because he really wasn't using side spin to get position. He was just using speed, so he just missed the open pocket.
I didn't expect that. I really thought he'd pocket that ball. Hatch is going to hit that ball out and try to cover him up. Maybe very successful there with the 8. I don't know. No, I think Shane can see that. Still a really good shot from where he was at.
Yeah, distance and rails are in play here. It's tough to make a good clean hit.
That's using all the table.
Dennis is going to be rewarded for a great safety.
Yep. Another well-struck ball, and Dennis should be able to get out. Are you finding a lot of these matches are, staying very close like this? This is going to tie it up at 2. And seems like that's the way they've been going all day. Very, very tight.
Dennis's speed is maybe just a little strong. Yeah, the alternate the break seems to keep him closer too. I mean, you got high-powered players, and then the alternate the break. Is he cutting this into the side? I guess so.
Very nicely done.
What a good hit that was.
And 2 rails to the 10. And Dennis should be on the scoreboard tying it up 2-2.
Good speed as he was coming into the position zone or across the position zone.
He's exhibited a really good stroke this whole match. Long shots, not a problem for him at all. Very straight shooter.
2 games apiece now as Hatch ties it up. Still early going, both players trying to kind of feel the table out. They have not spent a great deal of time on a 10-foot table.
Do you think that affects them totally, the 10-foot table? Do you like that? I mean, the distance. I almost wonder, it almost looks like a 9-foot table the way they play.
What I think is that as long as you're in good position and have good angles, it doesn't play that much differently. As soon as you get slightly out of line, though, it really punishes you because there's so many more things you have to force from much greater length, and you will see it as the match wears on. The guy that plays the best position is going to make more balls, and whoever makes the most balls ultimately wins any kind of a pool game.
Pocketed the 2. Well, I think that's a good analogy. I really do. And the thing about it, that comes to my mind, you just don't get hooked because there's so much space. So you really have a lot to work with there, a lot of floor space to work with, if you will.
That's a decent result.
That little kiss helped.
Small ball to kick at. Very hard to work with.
Wow. Good hit there. Again, though, he's left Hatch a shot.
Super soft speed.
Oh. Trying to get behind that 7 ball or 6 ball. And he scratched. What do you think of the 310? Is that too difficult, Mark?
It's a hard shot, unless you fall on it perfect, that's for sure. Looks like that's what he was attacking, though. He did not fall on it perfect.
Went a little far.
He's going to consider banking this cross corner, just betting the game on that. The other choice is he can still play the combination with his eye primarily on getting distance and safe should he miss. 'Cause low percentage shot.
I think you're right. He's going to bank cross corner.
Going to punish himself for not playing better position by making himself bank a shot. Great play there. Scored that ball nicely.
Great recovery. Because he's now in line for the 4, 5, and getting to the 6. Can't tell, but he looks like, he might be a little bit full on the 4 there. So a draw will work real well. Just killed it and come out to the middle of the table.
Yeah, just wants to go 2 cushions, side rail between the 7-8.
Right.
Approaching right at the 6.
Makes position a little more complex, though. Those 2 balls, the 8 and 9, sitting there. Get beyond them. Take them out of play. That would guarantee shape. Look at this. How about that? The 9's going to be in the way.
He's dissatisfied with that outcome for sure.
Now, does this spin in?
No, I don't think he's playing it, is he? He's playing safe, right? Yeah, using the 9. Hatch is looking at cross corner banking the 6th ball. So that means the Shane left a little ear of it sticking out where he can hit just enough of it to bank it. Can't make it straight in, doesn't appear. 10 ball could help this shot.
A little long.
Well, he missed it by
Got
enough
behind
that
the 9, though.
almost makes you wonder if he was playing safe. I think he was. Speed was perfect for safe. I don't think he was playing the bank because I don't think he would have missed it by that dimension. Shane's going airborne. Likes to use his break cue.
Wow, he made that. Very lucky there, very fortunate.
Oh, there was a foul committed.
What was the foul?
That Shane used his break cue? Oh, no. Or unless he maybe skimmed the 9 ball going over it. I couldn't tell.
Yeah, I
Couldn't tell
me
what the
either.
call was.
I thought that was a good hit. Well, this is a rudimentary out. You know, that being the case, everything just land there and Hatcher go up to a 3-2 lead. Wow. That kind of went right by me, Mark. I didn't see that foul.
Well, Shane seemed to know it was a foul right away because he sat down. So I'm going to think that he skimmed the object ball or accidentally maybe made a object ball foul with his stroke, like brushed the object ball. Oh, the foul was he used his break cue.
Wow. Yeah, it didn't look like he hit the ball. Well, we'll start at 3.
(3-2) now, Hatch in front.
Let's see that patented Shane Van Boening break. Very nice cue ball control. No kicks. And he didn't make anything. Well, maybe he did make something.
Did he? 3-6. No, yes, he did.
Made one. And I'm looking at these balls and I can't see what he made. You know,
8
the
balls
colors
missing.
have got me.
Well, the 8 balls.
8 ball, yeah, that's what it is.
I have to play safe here.
Good save. Really good save. He stops right there on the 7. Very difficult position to do anything with. Let alone make a ball, but just to get safe is very difficult. He's looking at rail first.
Yeah, he can definitely hit the one ball that way, but it's going to be hard to control the cue ball. The cue ball is going to retain quite a bit of pace.
I agree. And where would he go for the 2?
Well, he's not trying to make it. Trying to play safe. Rail first. Cue ball retains some pace. Not a bad outcome from a real awkward position by Dennis Hatch.
Yep. Wow, left the ball straight in and opened up the 2. Well, it looks like Hatch can make the 1 very easily, and where he wants to play the 2 is the issue. Does he draw back off the 1 or follow forward?
He was able to stun ahead. I think he can just stop the cue ball now.
Well, apparently he can go by the 7 ball. Not even a problem. Well. Nicely done there. These balls are laying very nice. Very nice.
Yeah, you'd like to look at that layout.
Yeah. I might even be able to get out from there. Draw back here a little bit. Well, no, he went forward. That's one nice thing. It's very difficult for me to look at the table, and a 10-foot table especially, when a guy is left-handed, when is he table hooked? If you're a right-handed player, that would have been the shot. The table would have been in your way totally. Just get on the line. And he's done so. Very nice. Very nice. Should be straight in on the 10. That's what I mean when I say that doesn't it play a little bit like a 9? Because these guys are so good, their angle is just impeccable.
And Hatch now has a 2-game lead, 4-2.
He made that out look very easy.
Yeah, he cruised through that layout. Real smooth. Kind of had a misstep on the safety where he scratched by slow rolling it.
You know, I'm looking at the TPA, and Dennis is about around 861, and Shane, believe it or not, is down around 760. Wow. That says a lot. I like our new scoreboard. That's very useful. It's got the TBA on it, and you know, the score, everything you need. Very, very nice.
Hatch breaking from the left side of the center of the table as he faces it. Missed the head ball just a little bit. Drains the 2 into the corner pocket. Here comes the 7. That's in. There's a thin cut on the 1. There's a good look at our scoreboard right now, Billy.
There we go. 763 for Mr. Van Boening. And I think that Mr. Hatch is just going to go to work on this rack. And I don't think Shane's score is going to get any better.
Gonna cut in the 1 ball and then thread the cue ball past the 9 without getting hooked or scratching.
This is the shot.
The first part of it good.
Oh, yeah.
Look out, 8-ball.
Don't want to come in contact. Maybe just got by that. No, he's looking a little perturbed. So maybe the 8-ball's in the way. Shooting right at it.
Half mass A, maybe. Yep. And he scored
Good
it.
enough.
Great shot. He's going to get a shot. No.
Oh.
Hooked on the 4-ball now.
Yeah, the 6 just got in the way.
Made a heck of a shot. Hatchet, man.
Well, what do you do here? What do you like?
Looks like he's thinking about back cutting the 4.
Boy, oh boy. One heck of a shot. Very nicely done. Oh, my goodness. Gonna come up for the 5. Wow. That was some nice play. 5 leads right to the 6. Everything just laying there. Again. Maybe you go another 6 inches, you think?
I think he's okay, though. But, yeah, I think he meant to be a little better on the 6.
Up on the 8. Very good. Yeah. Of the options you've got, that's the least favorable one.
He is perfectly straight. He'll just draw it straight back to where he's at now. No, he's able to punch it over a little bit, work the cue ball closer. Great shot.
Used a little bit of stun there.
And he'll be able to billiard the 10 closer to the corner pocket here, it looks like.
Very nice. Went a little far with a 10, but that's not a problem.
Hit the pocket a little thin with a 9. Double checks the line. Dennis Hatch is let the cue ball almost get away. He nearly overcut it, but he collects his second break and run out of the match and expands his lead 4 games to 2.
I was breathing a little deep on that last shot.
I misspoke. 5 games to 2 is the score.
You know, flirting with a side pocket that way, you're going to get bit sooner or later. That is something I wouldn't do. But, you know, he did cut that ball in with authority, and everything turned out great. I guess that's all that matters in the end, right?
Well, it doesn't embolden your confidence. He just overcut the corner pocket a little bit on the 9 ball, and that made the 10 get away from him. And then he just had to back cut it in. All right, Van Boening 3 games back now, but breaking. Good square hit.
Good
One ball's
ball.
Tracking. Found the pocket. What's the 2 up to? Is he going to get a shot?
Slow down, too.
Not much of a shot.
I think he can see it all, though. And if he makes this shot, it will lead to the 3. 3 rails to the 3. You know, if he back cuts the 2 in the corner, he just has to, you know, come a little bit around that 6 ball. That's all that's required.
Yeah, he doesn't want to give up a cheap game back, though, so he's thinking about this.
He might just draw and come straight over. It's a much, you have to hit it with a greater pace, but that's what he's choosing to do.
What a pretty shot that was.
And right back out 3 rails for the 3. Nicely done, Shane Van Boening. Well, let's see him get on the 6 now. Wow, that was a good shot.
Yeah, the angles were not there. He had to manufacture that and control the speed simultaneously.
Yeah, he had to kill that ball totally to get that angle.
Where you heading, Shane?
Yeah, it's a little overstroked, isn't it?
Yeah, it was a small window to get perfect and a lot of ways to not get right. This is really tricky now.
Well, oddly enough, I think he can make this, cut this ball in, go 3 rails with the cue ball, and come up for the 8 inside, which is what he wants to do anyway. Let's see how he does it. Is the execution going to be there? That's why he's a great player. And he scratched. Hit the 9 and scratched. Oh, my goodness. You know, that pains me even to watch somebody else do it. It's bad when I do it, but I can feel it when they do it. What a shot. And he's left a routine 3-ball out. And that's going to make it 6-2 if he pockets this ball. And very easily he pockets the ball.
Yeah, takes advantage of the unforced error by Van Boening.
Mark, this isn't going the way I thought it would go.
And Shane definitely displaying some ring rust, being off a couple weeks here. Not much practice and competition. Still got super firepower, but every once in a while he falters just a hint, and then that's what I was saying in the beginning, was that when you get out of line, that's when the 10-foot comes into play.
And a good point. You're absolutely right. Because that was a very difficult shot, but I didn't foresee that scratching off the 9. I didn't see that. I thought it would go a little lower on the rail than that.
Pretty sure that Dennis didn't anticipate it scratching, and I know Shane didn't anticipate it scratching, so I guess everyone was surprised. Get a good look here at our ACCUSTATS TPAs. Van Boening at 778. Hatch almost at 900 with 898 so far.
Guess the rack was a little crooked. Here we go.
Hatch just left of the center of the head string. 5-ball found its way into the side pocket. Couple other balls. Not much of a shot on the 1, though. He's going to have to push out or kick.
What do you like here for push?
Hard to push out to Shane Van Boening. He can make anything you can.
Yeah, well, that's certainly true. But, I mean, even a safety play, push out for a safety play, I don't care which. Moving the 8-ball.
Well, that was my point, Bill, is that he can play the same safety you can, too. So it's hard to get the upper hand pushing out to another great player. For that reason, it's sort of a dead rule.
The good thing is you're leading 6-2, right? No matter what you push out, you got that going for you.
Certainly keeps the pressure on your opponent to not falter. Yeah, Shane's undecided here.
Nice bluff, though.
We are using the 40-second shot clock. I don't think Shane's going to give it back. I think he's just undecided as to what he's going to do. Looks like he's trying to use the 7 ball as a blocking ball here. Hello, 7 ball.
That'll work.
Close call. Looks like Hatch may be able to, well, he can for sure routinely kick at it, but might be able to shoot straight at it. No, he's going to have to kick it. And now he looks like he wants to masse at it.
Yeah, it looks like he was setting up to jump the edge of it. Now he's looking to kick again. And basically kicking this cross side. Oh, yeah. Very
nice
close.
effort. Yeah, nice effort.
Not easy to get on the 3 ball, even if you can pocket the 1.
Looks like you have to just go top spin and try to go 2 cushions, end rail, side rail in between the 6 and 9. Take your chances here.
You really got to hit the 1 at pace, though, and that is a detriment. Very smoothly done. If he misses the 6, oh. Well, he can make the 3. Has to get the bridge. So the issue is the 4 to the 6. Now, does the 6 go? It must go in that corner pocket, right?
Yeah, getting from the 6 to the 7, though, you really have to fall on the 6 good. And that 7, the 4 is so deep. This is just one of those super delicate plays.
Going ball first.
Nice idea. Be aggressive. Go right at it. It's kind of misfortunate, but that was a great idea there. Just attack it. See if you can't loosen it up. You're not likely to be hooked.
Good idea. I agree with you. But we now have to deal with this. Shoots this in the side.
Oh, I think he's safety. I don't think
Safety?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably right. And he got there. This rack is playing a little tricky, to say the least. Hatch is going to make a 1-rail kicker. Yep.
Good hit. That's all we can say for that.
The bad news is he left Shane straight in the corner.
Last year on the Pro Tour, Dennis Hatch amassed $26,000 in earnings, which is nothing to sneeze at in the pool world. Not great in many other vocations, but actually pretty decent in pool.
And that's very unfortunate. You know, that number, for as well as he played, should be somewhere around 200,000. And that's probably what the guy who won everything got.
Yeah.
Again, Shane Van Boening.
Well, Jason Shaw had $170,000 in earnings last year.
Is that right?
Mm-hmm. And good in-between stroke there. It wasn't an effective draw. It was just kind of a stun draw.
$200,000 for the world's best player in America.
It doesn't count what it costs to travel either. That's
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's not great, so you better do this because you love it.
Well, for such a great sport, you would really think the money would be better. Oh, that's 50-yard line. My goodness gracious.
Surprised Shane doesn't go look at this, though, just to collect himself. Nice shot. He scored it. Shakes his head side to side. He's clearly dissatisfied with some of his execution. But he pulls the game back and trails 3-6.
And just under 800. That's really not Shane Van Boening. You know, Shane should be probably, you know, in the area where Dennis is, 900, something like that. You know, just not quite there yet. But the match isn't over.
No, and 900 is very hard to play on the 10-footer. It's a great score, and we'll see some, but man, that's pushing it. If he was in the 870s, I'd say excellent.
We haven't quite seen his break be really effective yet.
Just an opening break was really the patented Shane Van Boening break. It's the 5 and 6 right behind the 1. 5 found the side. 1 went in the corner. 2. It's going to leave him a shot.
Acted like it wanted
Yeah, he's
to
going to
go.
get a shot. They have to rely on some execution now, though, because it's not just ball pocketing. There's also speed control.
Speed's the issue, I agree. You know, to get on the 3, he's going to have to really control everything because of the lay of the 3, and he really wants to be close to the rail when he shoots a 3, so he drifts over for the 4. Once he's past the 4, should be a pretty routine out. But those first 3 shots are very difficult and all relying on speed.
He's winding up like he's going to go into the back of the 9 here. That's ugly. The other choice is to roll it and just get the cue ball over to the side cushion, but that means you have to super roll it.
That's one thing great players do that, you know, is very hard for me to see when to bump another ball. I was always told when I was younger, never hit anything that lays open. Wow. Luck the 2 in. Never hit an open ball on the table, because if you do, you get hooked by it. And it seems like that's a good rule. But great players know when to violate that and go ahead and bump the ball.
Good shot there to get the inside angle on the 4 without lodging or bumping it.
Bump the 9. Got the 6. Coming back for the 7. What do you like here?
I think he might go in the corner here on the 6, just because it leads the cue ball to the 7 so much easier. So just
Got
play
ya.
this down table.
Yeah, that was very easy. You're right. Because he came right up on the 7, no problem.
Got that funny angle where the 9 goes right at the 8 here. He's got some work to do, even though this is a straightforward shot.
I get you. How hard you hit it's everything, right?
Well, and how the 7 hits the pocket dictates how heavy you hit the 9. There's a lot of... You got to be committed to your shot, though, when you deliver the stroke. He was able to just rub by there.
Not too easy on the 8. You know, that's a little distance. So pocket the 8 and just stop right there, or go to the rail and come back out. Which do you think? Yeah, he's coming to the rail.
Good shot there. Did not overhit it.
Well, he's getting close to tying this baby up. This will be 4. lot better than 2.
Okay, fair enough. Good shot there. Finally gets himself into really good position. And a much-needed break and run out by Shane Van Boening there. He had to do a lot of work. He trails in the match 4-6.
Shane's having to work for everything, and Dennis is getting, really good layouts that don't require near as much work. So Van Boening, whether his lack of tournament play recently is affecting it, I don't know. But the balls are really mistreating him a little bit.
Well, he was playing. I mean, he missed the ball. He missed the open ball right off the break there, and it went in the corner, and then he cashed it in. So
Yeah, that was luck.
I wouldn't say they're totally mistreating him.
No, but I mean, they're laying funny when he does have an open run out.
This is a dry break, and this is
And scratch.
indicating it's going to be a foul.
Now all the balls are open. The 1 to the 2 is very possible. The 2 to the 3 is also possible. The 3 to the 4 may be a little bit complex. Let's see how Shane handles this. But I'm just saying he has to work for what he's getting. That's for sure. Probably come 2 rails into this. And the 3 goes very openly into the corner, right? Goes right by the 10.
He's right in that spot where the 6 is going to nick the cue ball.
A drawback. I don't know whether. Yeah, it did.
Good. He was able to just lightly rub the 6 and have it really not hinder him.
3 to the 4 really is a shot. I hate to root for a player, but I kind of got the go Shane thing going on. Because if he hits this ball good, that's all that'll matter. Come around it.
No, it's no good on the speed.
Yep. A little long. Boy, he knows it too. He really just looks downtrodden a bit. Safe here. What do you think?
Doesn't appear that he's got an offensive shot, and that'd be reasonable. That's a nice hit.
Come up there behind it. Now, for the first time in a long time, Dennis has a real challenge. What does he do now? He's going to go 1 rail at it. Hit right before the side. No, right after 2 rails. Unbelievable. That's going to scratch again.
Yeah, Dennis is on 2 fouls now. I don't think it matters, but nevertheless.
It might. If Shane overhits another ball, it might. Okay. And speaking of overhitting, that is what he doesn't want to do here. Just a nice, smooth stroke. And he went a little far. Not a big deal, though. Totally makeable. Well, how about that? Playing the 8 in the side.
Kind of feel like he might want to play the 9 in the same side pocket here.
I like that. Come down 2 rails and up, and the 3rd rail die. No, he just went to the end rail and side rail. Wow. Go down to the end rail again and come back up for the 10, right? There it is. Okay, we're within 1.
Man, Boening cashes in the last foul by Hatch. Pulls back within 1, trails in this match 5 games to 6.
That break was a little better, but I still haven't seen, Shane Van Boning's patented 10-ball break.
He's probably thinking about exactly what you just said, too, that he would like to get his break untracked.
Oh, yeah. Well, the guy really is a joy to watch. He just does everything right when he's playing very well. And even when he's struggling like he is, he's doing something with those balls. He really is, putting forth the effort. Just not quite the reward that he would, like. See what the break does.
Yeah, 4 and 7, the balls he's concentrating on.
Got a kick there.
7 ball went in the pocket? No. 5.
I think he's dry.
Yeah, dry, yeah.
And what's worse, Dennis Hatch has got a good shot on the 1. With position, 2 rails to the 2. Bump the 8. That's okay.
I don't know, Billy. He's going to slice this in. That cue ball is going to be tripling the rail, and if he's going to bank it, then that's missable.
That's what I like. I like the bank. Play the 1 rail bank here, cross corner, and just come out a little bit for the 3.
Yeah, the bank certainly plays the position much more controlled.
There we go.
Good shot. Real good recovery shot.
Now 1 rail to the 4. And once he's on that 5, pretty much all said and done. Needed to come a little farther there, I think. Maybe another foot.
I think we're going to go 2 cushions, inside placement of the 8. Back to the center. Miss. No.
2 rails. He's on the 5.
I thought he overcut it.
That was a really good shot. Now, going to 6 to the 7, do you go 2 rails and just kind of maybe come back maybe 6 inches and get the 2 rail angle and hit the ball with a little bit of pace and come up there that way? Is that what you like?
That's what he looks like he likes for sure. Oh.
Hung with all. Wow. Uh-oh. This isn't the easiest position to get.
Not at all.
And this is the critical shot. So you really want to think out what you want to do here.
I think Shane would like to just get the cue ball back to the center of the table, one cushion. No? Maybe he's going to go ball first.
Rail first, maybe.
Rail first. Around. Got to the center. Gorgeous shot.
That really is nice, wasn't it? And he's got a perfect angle to get on the 7.
3 cushion path.
Yeah, hit this with a little pace. Come 2 out of the corner. And die on the 3rd. Oh, yeah, that's it. Man. That was a good shot to start this off. No let up now. Oh, yeah. I think we got a tie ball game, Mark.
And Van Boening gifted the game here. He did not expect to get that type of a shot. Score is tied at 6.
Well, the bad news is Dennis is going to break. So all that momentum that Shane's got, the only recourse that he has is if Dennis try breaks to keep the momentum going.
All right, we're tied up 6 games apiece. Let's give these guys a hand here. They're fighting hard.
You know, we sure have seen some fantastic pool today. All the matches have been tight.
The very first one today was just unbelievable with Elcano and Gomez.
Oh, man.
Very high standard of play.
And I really feel for Ronnie Elcano, you know, because he really played well. Just seemed like, you know, the stars were a bit crossed, you know, as far as this play goes.
He ended up losing 11-10, in case you're wondering. Score is tied. Hatch is breaking. 4 and the 7 right behind the 1.
8 ball. Oh, cue ball scratch.
A pretty ugly kiss there. Very misfortunate.
Shane, you get to keep that momentum going. And the balls are wide open. So just get on that 2 ball. I can't really tell how far he needs to come out to get on the 3. Looks like he needs to be a little bit this side of the middle of the table. And I say this side, the same side of the table the 3's on. So let's see, he'll go 1 rail and come out, or is he going to draw? Oh, just punch it over there. What do you like with the 4, Mark?
Well, it's hard to tell if he can play it. It looks like he wants to play it in the far corner pocket, so that's conservative. He can just top spin down and come up a diamond or so towards the 4.
Went for the side. Well, I mean, you have either option there, like you were saying. I think that might lead a little bit more easily to the 5 in the corner. And that might be the way he played it that way. Because if he plays the 5 in the corner, it's a hit and stop, and he's on the 6 in the corner, the opposite end of the table. Now, just hit and stop. Maybe draw back 2 inches or 3 inches. And everything should be pretty routine from there. Little draw. Nicely done.
Now 2 cushions to the end rail, side rail. I don't think he wants to draw here.
I like that shot. And apparently so does he. I don't think he hit it just perfect, but it's very good. Good enough. You want to draw here, go to the end rail, and come back out for the 8?
It's going to be hard to get the 2 rail angle that leads to the center of the table by going along the long rail, so he'd probably just play it cross table in this fashion.
Well, he went to the end rail. Now cross table.
Yeah, and 2 cushions rather than 1.
1 cushion.
Going just with speed.
Good touch there. Wow. He felt that shot.
And after a hideous kiss on Dennis Catch's cue ball, Van Boening comes to the table and cashes it in. Takes the lead. 7 games to 6 now.
You know, it's always amazing to me. Those guys, when you give them ball in hand, they get out. Bottom line, ball in hand really is golden with them, you know? Doesn't matter the table complexity, the ball layout. See you later, bye. I got ball in hand. Now Shane's a little closer. 868 he's shooting. And you were saying about 870 was enough to win a match right now on a 10-foot
No, I'm
table.
just saying, yeah, pretty good. Yeah, decent, respectable. Hard to do.
Yeah, we're not seeing 950s, are we?
No.
All day long.
Got a little topspin on the break. That will not please him. The cue ball went forward of where the 1 ball began.
Now, I don't believe you can even see an edge of the 1. Is that the case? Can you tell?
I'm unable to tell for exactly. It looks like he can see the edge. You know, I think Shane's won 5 in a row, if I'm not mistaken. I think the score was 6-2 at one point.
It was. Could see the edge. If he gets behind the 3, oh, that'll be good enough. That will be good enough. Now Mr. Hatch gets a little bit with the balls, being a little bit complex because this is not an easy shot. He can hit the ball, but whether he leaves the shot or not is debatable. Will it come out? Yes, it does. Boy, how about that? Did you see how quick Shane got out of the chair to get to that? He's raring to go. Nicely done. Nicely done. Do you foresee any problems here, Mark?
Yeah, well, a lot of things go wrong with these games. Looks like he's going to try to play for a 3 cushion position from the 3. Come around the 5 and 8 and at the 4. Overcut it by quite a bit.
Wow. The very first shot was a complex mistake. And I don't know if you noticed, but Shane kind of raised his arm up You know, when he shot that shot, he was not steady, you know?
Yeah, he could have gone for the 3 in the corner, too. He really didn't have to play a cute position there. He used a little more pace. Dennis had the half masse, double hit the 2. Did not fall.
Do you think that rattle chain missing that ball like that, I mean, unnerved him a little bit? Because the balls lay exactly the same. You know, the 2 balls a little easier, but this is not necessarily a gimme out.
No, no way. 5 ball really only has one good pocket.
I like that, yeah.
So there's a lot of things that can happen here. Even this shot's not the easiest shot to control the speed and direction.
He's still coming up with a 3 on the side.
Good job. Now that position on the 3 makes the rest of the rack play pretty nice.
Come over for 4. Could have come a little farther. I think he was better on the lower side of the 4 than he is above it. You know, if I have my choice, that's the way I go.
One rail of draw here.
Easy recovery, but nonetheless. Now, 5 to the 6. Follow the ball to the end rail and back out for the 6. That's a beautiful shot. That's exactly what was called for. And just stroke another one nice and smooth like that for the 8. And I think this rock will be pretty much handled. Very nice. Looks like Shane might jump out to an 8-6 lead. Certainly not what you'd expect when Dennis was leading 6-2. You know, for Van Boening to come back this way shows a lot of character, a lot of heart.
Good shot there. Ideal position on the 10. This 10 ball is all that remains for a 2-game lead. 8-6. So Dennis suffered quite a few scratches in the middle there, and a lot of them were not his fault. He kicked at a couple balls, and the cue ball scratched. He got kissed in, scratch.
Yeah, the ball's certainly been very fickle for Dennis at this point. That's certainly true. But, you know, what Van Boening has done shows a lot of character.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of heart.
Well, Dennis needs to forget about all what's already happened and just work on this rack right here. 7 and 8, right behind the 1.
I agree. See what kind of break we get. Maybe the 3 ball. Nope. Dry break again. And what a way to start a rack. This 1 ball is very difficult to pocket, no matter how you look at it. Play safe here, Mark? What do you think?
It's hard to tell. So Shane maybe cut the 1 in.
Well, I mean, where's the cue ball going if you do that?
If you check it up with the inside, it can kind of come out at the corner, 2 cushions at the 2.
Right.
Now he's queuing up a low as if he's going to draw back to play safe behind the 6-7. Oh, good shot.
Oh, tucked it right in.
Devastating shot.
That shot's kind of for keeps, isn't it?
Yeah. Two cushions around. You can scratch off the back of the one. You can also make the one ball.
Didn't even hit it. That was a tough ball to hit.
It was. That was not a bad effort at hitting it.
Very good effort.
Wasn't going to likely get separation, but at least he would have precluded ball in hand.
Well, now Van Boening gets to look at a 1, 2, 3 that are all right on this end of the table, along with the 4, which leads to 5, and the 6 and 7 are tied up together. So what do you do here? Pocket the 1, get on the 2, 2 on the side, 3 in the corner. What do you do with that 6 and 7, Mark?
Yeah, if he can get on the 5, good. The 6 does go in the far corner pocket.
2 on the side. In the upper right-hand corner pocket, you like the 6 there? Is that what you're saying?
Towards us. This pocket over on this side of the table.
Got you. So you have to fall underneath it on the short side. Wow.
And if you don't, you can attack the 7 with the cue ball. You can also play safe.
Play safe, yeah. I mean, so it's really critical where he gets on the 5, because he'll want to follow the 5. So let's see what he does with the 4. Shoots in the... Oh, boy.
Overran the mark a little bit.
As far as the side goes, but he's still got the corner. But how do you get on the 5? Because you just about want to be straight in to come up on the short side of the 6. Is that what you're thinking?
I think he can still play it in the side and just go below the 5 even, or right at the 5 here with the cue ball.
Right.
Oh, he's able to bend it
Oh,
enough.
beautifully hit.
Yeah, the run out is no longer on, though.
He's looking at it like he can make it. Wow. Sure doesn't look like that from here. And he's lining up that way twice. He's looked at that from that angle. He has to be thinking of playing safe. Because how would you get on the 7 even if you made the 6?
Playing the 5, the far corner pocket. Looks like that might be the case.
Oh, yeah.
That's the case. I prefer safe. Oh.
Oh, man, he really hit it with power and came underneath it. Oh, my goodness. Wow. Now he's on the short side of the ball. How about that? And he can pocket this ball.
Cue ball got to go around 3 cushions on top of everything else.
Got to run the cue ball.
Yeah, kind of grabbed a little more than he thought.
That was kind of grasping at straws right there. You know, to me, that's an unusual thing to see a world-class player like that, you know, just throw everything up in the air like that. And, you know, Dennis is going to make him pay for it. Now everything lies easy. And 8-7 is what we're going to see. I don't foresee Dennis missing any of these shots.
Larry Neville here ringside. Uh-oh.
Oh, my goodness.
The one stroke reared its ugly head.
Oh, I'm stupefied. Boy, that's a gift. That is absolutely a gift. Oh, my goodness. Wow.
9-6 now, Van Boening. Gift of the game there.
You got to admit, Mark, that was not a rack to give up.
Well,
I mean, 9-6, that's a pretty steep grade to climb.
said that you didn't anticipate Dennis missing any balls, nor did I. Caught us all off guard.
I'm mortified at that. I mean, to miss that 9 ball, oh my goodness.
Seemed like a one-stroke type of a deal there. He didn't really lock down on it like you're used to seeing him. This is a little battle of fatigue, you know. It's late now, and he's been grinding away here against Shane Van Boening. He just went a little bit mentally on holiday, lost his focus for a moment, and that's the price. Cannot blink.
Well, that's a lot closer to the patented Shane Van Boening break, except he didn't make anything. And I can't tell if Dennis can clearly see the one. I think he can.
Not an easy path to the 2.
No, even leaving the ball long, there's no easy way to get on the 2. But the 1 is pocketable. So, do you try to draw back a little bit and just leave an edge of the 2? What do you think?
Looks like he's winding up for a home run, so I think he's drawing it all the way back.
Yep. And hit the 2. Well, get an A for effort, Dennis. That was a good try. Nope, that won't work. Oh, buddy. You get on the 3 and it's see you later, bye. What do you think?
Well, this is a big task here on the 2. Is he going down in the corner?
Or the side.
Well, or the side. The side is tough. But good call, Billy. Yeah, he glided that in there, no problem.
And he's on the 3. So all he has to do is pocket this ball and come across the table. And they pretty much lay like a road map if you get right on that 4, and that's about as good as you get. Doesn't matter if he's a little straight here, he'll draw back for the 5 and then shoot the 6 in the far corner, come across the table for the 7, which lays in line with the 8, which lays in line with the 9, and that should take care of the rack if he does a good execution here and leaves the cue ball just a little bit low on the 5 so he can drift over the rail. That's just about perfect.
That's a little thin.
Well, it'll be a little bit long on the 6, but I think that'll be okay. Oh, he tried to stroke it and just compensate for it. Going cross-side now. Wow, that was a mistake. I was taking the long shot there.
He sometimes punishes himself by forcing himself to bank after he makes a bad position play.
Oh, yeah.
This leads to an out, though, if he does make this bank. So in this case, I don't think that's punishing. I think it's just the right shot.
Come right back for the 7. But, again, no. Oh, my goodness. Well, Dennis, you've got an opportunity. rail first, and just come 3 rails over for the 7. I don't know if you can go between the rail and the 7 and come up underneath the 7 to shoot it in the corner. Be wonderful if he's got that angle. Let's find out. Wow.
Good shot.
Good shot. He drew over to it. Unbelievable. He really has a powerful stroke. He does have that. You know, our friend Danny DiLiberto always says the 2 toughest strokes to beat are dump stroke and give up stroke. We might be seeing some of that give up stroke right now. That's very well hit and very loose. And 9 to 7, he's much in it. I think if Shane would have won that and been on the hill, the match would have been over. But not now.
Take it easy. Yeah, take the table up.
Shane really has something to question now.
Hatch breaking, 9 and 5 right behind the 1. Neither one found the side pocket. Drive break. Shane doesn't have a great offensive opportunity, but got a good chance to play safe.
Shane really taking a lot of time to really look things over. So, I think he's going to come up behind the 8. That's the obvious shot, right? Just kind of punch the 9 down, or punch the 1 down there a little bit. Come up behind the 8.
I think he's afraid that he might bump the 6 with the 1 in so doing. So he might not even go all the way down. He might just play the cue ball only. Yep, good shot.
The ball's laid real well. Now the 1's on that end of the table with the 2. You know, he just needs to get a good shot here. And I think Dennis is going to go 1 rail to the 1, right? He's got enough room behind the 8 to do that. Yeah, he does have enough room to do that. In fact, he could go 1 rail and make the 1, I think. Very difficult shot, but possible.
The ugly kiss. The ugly scratch. He had to go right through. He had to land perfectly heavy on the 1. Yeah, this has been kind of a comedy of bad luck for Dennis Hatch.
Well, the first 3 shots are difficult for Shane. He just has to pocket these balls and get on the 4. And it's possible once he's beyond the 4, everything pretty much lays in line. Everything is shot into an open pocket. So the 1 to the 2 is the issue. Good enough. Kind of table hooks a little bit. Got on a 2. Nicely done. Steve McDonald kind of watching there real closely. Draw over to the side rail and back out for the 4. Nah, he just stayed right there. Didn't even have to go to the side rail. Now, I think this makes the speed kind of tricky because he can't overhit this ball and go long on the 5. He wants to be right there for the 5.
Super long bridge and super soft speed.
Yeah.
Flawlessly
Very nicely
executed.
done. What do you like here for the 6 mark? Coming from the 5 to the 6. Drawback?
Looks like he's going 2 cushions at the 6. No, 1 cushion. That's going to make the speed tricky, and he's overhit it by quite a little bit.
Boy, I'll tell you. My goodness. Oh, man. That's really tough for any kind of recovery, too. Maybe the bank, I don't know. Well, I'll tell you, this is really, really stretching to get this. No. And he's left hatch straight in. You know, when Shane blunders like that and he tries to use the bank for a recovery shot, he's leaving Dennis straight in. Literally. This is a very tough shot, but it has immediate position on the 7, and everything is easy from there. 7 to the 8, 8 to the 9, 9 to the 10. A roadmap. So all you have to do is pocket this ball.
Yeah, it's a big hurdle here. It's a back cut. Look at he's thinking about jacking up. That tells you how hard it is. I think he's playing safe if that's what he's doing.
Yeah, played safe. You're right. Wow. And Boening's going to go 2 rails at this. Oh, man, what a tough shot. Ball in hand. We're much in a match, Mark. Much in a match. I think Dennis is going to come really close to tying it up. 1 game. And, wow. It seemed like, you know, Shane Van Boening had that rack well in hand. He overhit that ball and tried to bank it, make the recovery, and, you know, he's done anything but that. Now Dennis Hatch is going to be out. One game.
Well, hanging tough. Dennis Hatch trails in the match, 8-9.
And if old Dennis wouldn't have missed that 9 ball, it'd be all tied up.
All right, Dennis would be 1 game ahead because Shane would have one
game ahead.
less. So.
That's right. You're right.
Hatch happy to be alive. 9-8 trailing after quite a series of misfortunes. So,
Well, the one thing Van Boening doesn't want to do is scratch. And the second thing he doesn't want to do is come up dry on the break. He's got to have a very meaningful break and control the cue ball. Didn't make anything. And dry on the break it is. I think the 1 presents a problem for Dennis. You know, I don't see any usable. I really can't see if he has enough to play any kind of a, beneath the ball safe. I don't think he does. Van Boening didn't even look at it hardly. Just gave it right back.
to me, this looks like the kick and stick here, with low.
Yep. I agree with you. And just leave the cue ball right there behind the 4.
Well, saying that it's much harder to execute what we're talking about, but it's a little easier to play when you're forced to play something.
Well, for one pocket player, this isn't that tough of a shot.
No, he stuck it good. Yeah, he got it in there.
Van Boening should have known he was going to look at that too.
Look at that hit.
And he made it.
Scored the ball. Now he's got a chance to do some damage. Don't know that he can run out, but he can sure handle the cue ball well from here. Put Dennis in at least a bind to have a hard time hitting it.
What do you like? Do you have anything in particular?
Well, Shane's going to weigh up his options and look at possibly thinning the 2. Just barely moving the 2. So he's going to try to draw over behind the 4 here, maybe.
I like that. Coming behind the 4. Good move. And that's just what he did.
No, he
went a little far.
Yeah, he let it leak out there a little bit. Dennis got a shot. It is a big shot here. Hatch camp.
It's a home run if you make this. Absolutely a home run. Tough shot, but it leads to the kingdom. You're gonna tie it up.
Overcut it. Shane feels blessed to escape that.
Well, now it's Shane's turn. Let's see what he can come up with. Very good. Oh. Well, kind of 50-yard line. Cut this in the corner and draw over the side rail. What do you think?
Yeah, it's tough. The side pocket's kind of in the road there to get across. If you go past the side pocket, then it's really tricky to get the cue ball to bite enough to come across.
Right.
Is he playing safe? No, he had an open
Back
pocket.
at it.
Okay, I didn't realize he had an open pocket there. That's definitely
Wow.
the better play.
Well, it was a good shot. I'll say that. Everything you were bringing up as a caution, if you will, they were all real. I mean, there's no doubt that everything that you were saying was in play. He completely went the other way with it and got away with it. That's very nice. Didn't come up far enough, but, it worked. Looks like the 6 to the 7 is the issue, right?
Yeah, he may go into the side pocket and try to go 3 rails around or 3 or 4 cushions because that approaches the 7 ball nicely. So if he can get, I don't know if we can get the overhead, but if we do have time, yeah, he can just try to get the cue ball here, and that way he can play this into the side and come around in this fashion. Oh, he tried to get real straight on the 6. Hit the spot, moved it a little bit, and now it's a question of how straight in on the side. If he has just a hint of an angle, that
Well, he's
may
not
play.
that tight on the 10. That's the good news. So he can see the ball. And I think he can follow it over to the side rail and back out. I think. I can't really tell for sure.
He doesn't have to get it all the way down there. If he can just get a cut shot, a comfortable cut shot on the 7.
Kind of a take what you can get kind of thing. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, he's examining how straight he is right now. Yeah, it's iffy.
At least he's not frozen to the 10.
It's easy to get tangled up on the 9 if you go forward. Oh, what a nice hit. Good speed there.
Oh,
Didn't
yeah.
overdo it.
Well, we need another nice shot right here.
Yeah, it's going to be 2 cushions, end rail, and back up to the center, looks like.
Come back up for the 8. Yep.
Tried to hold it. He was able to hold it. That's
Oh,
better
my
yet.
goodness.
He got the little funny angle the other way. You want to try to pound it around the 10? You just straight topspin? No, he's a good draw. You just get to the center of the table. Would be okay and play a cut on the 9. No, nicely struck.
He really has had to work for everything he's gotten.
Yeah, made the most of that one.
Don't let up. That's the key.
Yeah, that head's got to stay still as you get through the ball here, because this is the one you get a little flinchy on.
Perfect. Perfect.
Be a big run out here for Shane. Put himself on the hill.
Yes, sir.
Hits the heart of the pocket here. Mosconi now has 10, Hatch 8. You know, I'd like to send a little memory out, memoriam. One of my old buddies pool player from Des Moines, Iowa, is known as Highway Paul Baker. Passed away today. Very sorry to hear that. Paul was a friend and a competitor. Quite a character. Talk your ear off. Always assured me that he hoped they played like great players when he got to their town, because then he knew he could win something. When he got there, he talked about players way over his head. He was around pool, him and Don McCoy, kind of reigned death in the Des Moines area for many, many years.
Was he a little older than you?
Yep. And
So you might have looked up to him a little bit when you were
oh,
younger.
yeah, he was a character. We played a lot of pool against each other. All right, here we go. Rack 19, Hatch breaking, trailing 8 games to 10.
Gonna make that in the... Oh, didn't go. Wow. And Van Boening is left with a shot on the 1. A just gravy shot on the 1. This is to win the whole ball of wax. Now, you know he wants to get a great shot here, come back out for the 2, and I think he's got to punch it a little bit.
Now he's going forward 2 cushions and into the side is what he wants to do, but he's got to fall on that 3 really nicely into the side pocket, to the same side pocket, which...
So he wants to go 2 rails is what you're saying. He punched it.
Punched it out.
I like that. Now, it gets a little bit tricky because he would like to be, as you said, below the 3 and shooting the 3 in the side because it leads right to the 4. And he's got it. That's it. Whoa.
Gorgeous speed. Yeah, not the easiest angle. He's got to move the cue ball a little bit, but not bad from where he began.
I grant you, not bad. But a little bit overcooked.
He's considering in the corner pocket here to use the 9 ball to hold the cue ball. That opens up the whole rack if he scores his 3.
Yeah, that's a good thought. And that might be what he's doing, too. Yep. Good call, Mark. That's a great shot. I'm kind of like you. I've got some of those older pool players that I looked up to when I was a kid, and they're starting to go. Unfortunate it is that really has to do with life. Pool was quite different when we were younger, too. Very nicely done. Very nicely done. Just come back for the 6. I think he's got good control of this rack. That ought to do it. Come on. Perfect. Stop right there. 8 ball is dead.
Shane going to take a moment, collect himself so he didn't get out of line here.
I think he's worried a little bit about the 9. He wants to be straight in on it. And he can just hit and stop on the 9 right there for the 10. So he's being a little bit critical. Just come on over here a little bit. Now draw the ball back. How about that? That is a major blunder. Oh, my goodness. Oh.
Well, I don't see anything wrong with Hatch banking this 8 ball straight back. And he can play this.
What do you think? That the 10-foot table?
Well, I think he got a little off angle and tried to cheat the pocket. Is he cutting? He's cutting this.
Yeah, he's going to cut it in.
Good shot. Good shot.
Right up on the line. Very nicely done.
10-9. Here we go, Billy.
Oh, yeah, much in the mats. Wow.
Well, it sort of feels like bonus pool now for fans watching at home because we thought it was going to be over.
I'm quite surprised he missed that 8. I really am. You know, whether he's tired a little bit, maybe, I don't know. He's shaking his head.
Well, he knew. No, it was. Remember he scouted out that he knew he was a little off angle there, and
yeah, I
you
mean,
somewhat minimized it, saying just go ahead and shoot it and draw it back. But it wasn't really laying just right for that. But I also think he spooked himself a little bit too. I mean, it's certainly a pattern of balls that he normally handles from any position.
right.
He did try to cheat the pocket a little bit there and missed the entire pocket.
Well, he's got to come up with a break right now.
Yeah, this will be his final break of the match right here.
It could be.
Well, it definitely is.
Oh, my goodness. and we're going to be dry again.
Yeah, that was his final break because it'll be 10-10. Hatch will be breaking in the last rack.
Oh,
so.
yeah. And Hatch has got a straight-in shot on the 1. However, coming back for the 2, quite a difficult task. So pocket the 1 and draw straight back for the 2.
It's a pretty stroke here. Hatch is certainly capable of executing it. It's got power.
Well, twice in the match, he's already done this. You know, very similar shots. Let's see what he does. There's a draw.
Yeah, he hit the wrong part of the pocket there.
Oh, boy.
Clipped the 8 a couple times, wedged up on the 5.
Well, that's a tough roll right there. That's a bad beat. Because he got hooked on the 5. And, you know, it was all the result of bumping that ball when he came off the 1.
Good recovery kick.
Kind of like Shane, a similar shot. Not the same, but certainly similar. What do you do here? Just cut the ball over a little bit and come up table with a cue?
That's hard to do from that range. You got to make a good hit.
Go rail first, maybe. I don't know.
You may attack the 5 ball with the cue ball here and try to wedge it in there. No, rail first, like you suggested. That's going to be a foul. Unless he's saying it was hit on the way in, too.
Yeah, he hit it on the way in.
No, he didn't.
What? Oh, my goodness. Well, that's 2 times in this match I've been surprised by a foul. First time was when he used the break cue and made that jump. And this is the second. I thought he did hit it on the way in a little bit.
Had Shane thought he hit it on the way in, he would have mentioned something. He accepted that it was a foul.
Well, they laid pretty good for, Dennis. He should be in a really good position. Just execution is everything. 3 to the 4, 4 to the 5, 5 to the 6, and 6 to the 7, 8. They're all right there. 9 and the 10. The toughest shot is 9 to the 10. Wow.
Justin Hall, table 7. Justin Hall, table 7. You're on the clock. Gerald Rankley to the tournament is. Gerald.
It was a good shot.
To the tournament is.
I can just bring the cue ball back to the center of the table.
Well, that was a big mistake, Mark. Oh, boy. Going to be all tied up. Mr. Hatch is going to be breaking for the match. That's as simple as it gets.
So you didn't need the bridge on this one. He's
That's kind
liable.
of down there, isn't it? Diamond below the side pocket is always tough on a 9-footer. On a 10-footer, it's real big. And 9 to the 10, as I said, this is the shot.
Good camera work there. You can see the severity of the cut.
Z stroke. There it is. Very good. And Dennis Hatch is going to be breaking to win it all.
Yeah, more bonus pool, 10-10, Van Boening and Hatch.
Well, one thing's for sure. Shane Van Boening can't say he didn't give him a chance. You know, he had every opportunity to tie that match up. And Shane had every opportunity to win and didn't. That's kind of it in a nutshell.
All right, folks. Let's give it up for these guys. Heel to heel. Heel to heel. Fighting hard.
Steve McDonald sounds like Larry the Cable Guy. So, all right, let's give it up.
Excitement.
Yeah, we've been looking forward to this all day long. We knew this was going to be a tough match.
Two Mosconi teammates.
Happened earlier today, too.
What now?
Yeah, that same pattern. We had Filler and Shaw, who both represented Team Europe in the Mosconi Cup this year, and then now Hatch and Van Boening, who represented Team USA in the Mosconi Cup. So, interesting couple pairings. Here we go. 5 and 6, right behind the 1 ball. They're the ones that go in the side. Cue ball got loose. 6 found the side.
Yep. No shot on the 1. And jacked up over the 2. And left-handed player, so a little bit table hooked to make everything more complex. The 8 and the 10 are laying together. Yeah, this is a tricky rack. What do you like here, Mark?
I think he's going to push out.
Yeah, but I mean, what do you like with a push out? How about that? That's really tough.
No, I don't even like the rule. I think you should have to play from here. And he's going to do that. Thinking about banking the 1 ball back down table. Maybe at 10. Yep.
Oh. Oh boy. Shane better play real double smart now.
Yeah, it looks like he's going to have to roll this and take a chance on playing safe.
You know, a pure amateur ball banger would ride the 10 ball here. You know, a pure amateur ball banger.
This is a 10-foot table, small pockets, and there's nothing that directly goes in. You'd have to clip off some balls to make something happen. Yeah, I don't think brute force is the answer.
No, it's not.
He's going to go thin off the 1 at soft speed. If anything goes wrong here, it's very easy to mess this up, and he recognizes that.
I like going thin off the 1, cutting it behind the 8, and just bringing the cue ball over the rail and having it bounce the rail and come back out and lay on the 10.
Describing it and executing it, 2 different things.
That's what he's hitting. There it is.
That was a good shot.
Now we get to play table complexity for a while.
Dennis has got to think about maybe kicking at this 2 or 3 cushions.
3 cushions will go. You can hit the ball 3 cushions, there's no doubt. But the trick is don't leave a shot. So you got to hit the 1 ball pretty thick going in.
He wants to go 1 rail at this.
I don't think 1 rail will cut it. 3 rails is the answer.
Good shot. You got a rail and everything.
Yeah. And there was a chance of making the 4. I mean, a good chance. Now, again, intelligence. Come up with something that just absolutely ties that ball up. Gonna stop on the 10. Oh, yeah. I like to stop on the 10 there, if you can, and wedge in right there behind the 8. Dennis can hit this.
Ivor Saris to the tournament, please. Ivor Saris to the tournament, please.
Tried the
boy.
kick and stick.
Left a shot. You know, a game like this, I just love it. I really do. Hill, you know, the safety battle. This is what pool's about. This is excitement. You know, who's going to let it first? Ooh, I don't know about that. Wow. It is. It's hooked. It's a difficult shot. But again, Dennis can hit it. And he could actually go one rail and hit it. And it might be a let up. I don't know. Let's see. You know, I've noticed today, Hatch is a pretty good kicker. He really is. Wow.
It
Not
turned
so
out
much
reasonable. Yeah, no, that was a good result from where he was at. It was an awkward spot. He's going to get back to the table one more time.
He is going to get back to the table one more time. Ah. Van Boning's looking at the garum. Unbelievable. Did I really see him line that up? Holy cow, he's hitting it.
Means he's banking the 1-2 cushions cross corner at speed.
And hitting the 10.
Yeah, knowing that he's got a great likelihood to leave it in this arrangement should he miss.
Wow. But he rolled the 10. That's the unbelievable part. And, you know, Dennis is good and hooked. That 8 is totally in the way. This is quite a game.
With Dennis to kick in behind the 1. He could play it off the 4 or the 9. Passed it. That's not the worst result in the world.
What a shot. And he's shape on the 2. Oh, it's all execution from here. They're all laying there, and they are all out.
Shane overcut the ball, hit the rail off the 10 ball into the pocket. I think he knew that that also was there. That's why he could play it aggressively.
10 was just a sidebar. Laying right there for him. Okay. Got to draw back a little bit for the 4. And you're going to go right on the 5. Don't let up. What do you like here? 9's a little bit iffy. You're going to bump a little bit. Do you want to run the ball around a little bit? What do you think? Because you want to shoot the 5 in the side, right?
No, that's what he's measuring up. So
So you run the ball on the 5 ball, or you run the ball on the 4 ball. What do you think?
well, I think I'm going to go with what Shane does, cut it in the side from here.
Draw it back. Yep. Gonna run it on the 5. Don't want to overhit this. Better underhit than overhit.
Oh, he checked it up with inside.
Yeah, he did.
Great shot. I was wondering how he was going to get here, if he was going to try to go between the side pocket and 9.
All he has to do is get on the 8. Straight in would work just fine. Oh, yeah. I think we just witnessed a great game, Mark. An absolute culmination of great play.
Work the cue ball back, get the nice angle here. You can just top spin down, 1 cushion.
Oh, buddy. That's as good as it gets.
That will be a concession from Dennis Hatch. Quite the match. Well, this has been World Class 10 Ball. Thank you for joining us tonight. So long, drive safely, and good night, everybody.
Introducing Lucasi Hybrid, a whole new level of performance and technology. A cue with the revolutionary X-Shocks dampening system, eliminating vibration. G5 grip technology for enhanced traction and stability results in maximum cue control. Total sweet spot construction means unmatched power. And the zero flex point ferrule provides dead-on accuracy, giving you the confidence you need in every shot. Lucasi Hybrid, the only cue that matters.